me, Michelle, with Ag on Wheels, and today we find ourselves in Batesville, Texas with Brandon LaFear of L&L Farms. What's going on, Brandon?
Not much.
Well, Brandon is a vegetable farmer along with a row crop farmer, but he's very unique in the way that he grows and packs his own spinach, and that's what we're going to learn about today, right?
That's right.
You ready?
Let's go.
All right, I'm hungry. Can you feed me some greens?
I got lots of them.
Let's go. All right, before we go out to the field, Brandon, I want you to tell me a little history on the farm.
So we are a third generation farming family in this area, fourth generation in Texas. So the LaFear and Light families have been here since the early 1900s.
So long before I was born.
Way before you're born.
Good answer, good answer. Now I want you to tell me a little bit about how you got involved, because most kids who come from agriculture families either go away from it, or they stay with it, or they come back to it. Tell me your story.
Well, I grew up around agriculture, obviously. I didn't necessarily see myself here, but in 2005, my father suddenly passed away. I started kind of closing down his operations and decided I had a little bit more interest than I thought I did. Over the next few years, we continued in growing vegetables and growing other commodities. We started getting more into the marketing and started getting into the production part. Built this facility about 7-8 years ago, and we've grown our spinach program and our other vegetable commodities.
And I think that's so interesting that you've grown that. Not only did you fill your dad's shoes, but you've also expanded your operation and you grow and pack your own spinach. So I'm excited to see this operation, and I'm excited for you guys at home to see it too. So let's go be Popeye and get strong. Show me that operation.
Let's go do it.
Let's go. All right, Brandon, so we are obviously out now in a baby spinach field where they happen to be harvesting. Tell me a little bit about how spinach ended up in this area.
So in the early 1930s.
30s, so the year you were born?
Pretty close.
Okay, so in the 1930s?
That's whenever irrigation kind of started becoming available in this area. Before that, it was kind of dry land. We utilized more of the aquifers in the area, so we were able to plant spinach and cabbage, onions, things of that nature.
And I'm assuming y'all are 365 days a year?
365 days a year we're producing vegetables. Summertime we run into squash and melons and things of that sort, and growing corn and cotton as well.
So you're kind of like where I'm from, the valley.
That's right, but we get freezes.
Yeah, you get freezes. Don't jinx us. So you farm 365 days a year. But tell me about this spinach. How long is it from plant into harvest? Give me all the details about it.
So this spinach right here is baby spinach, and days to harvest is anywhere from 30 to 55 days. Longest days, in the middle of December in the wintertime, due to day length and temperature. We also grow freezer spinach, which stays out there about 65 days to harvest, that we multiple cut. This stuff we only cut one time, and we use center pivot irrigation, like you see behind you. We can control the application, how much water we're putting out. We can put fertilizer out through that, so it really helps the efficiency of growing this crop.
Okay, I've seen a lot of leafy greens be hand harvested, but I haven't seen much of the mechanical side. What are the challenges between hand harvesting and the mechanical?
Well, typically we were all hand harvested. Moving to field pack was a pretty big game changer. It took a little bit of learning curve, but it's been very efficient on getting the quality and the less hands touching it, makes it a safer product at the end of the day. This machine is very, very efficient.
And I'm assuming too, in today's society, it's really hard to find, farm help and the labor. And I'm sure that this kind of eliminated that issue for you.
Correct. This has helped us out on that. I mean, it still takes labor. It takes 10 guys to run this machine. We would have to have labor out in the field to harvest it, then we'd have to have labor back in the shed to run it. And then you were touching it, you were handling the product, multiple times, where this time you're only handling it once.
I've been to a lot of fields. I've seen a lot of crops. but this has got to be one of the cleanest, most efficient fields that I've seen. Tell me a little bit about this quality.
Well, we take a lot of pride in what we do here, and we're managing it on a weekly basis. We're walking the fields and making sure that there's no weeds, there's no other items that shouldn't be there, any foreign objects.
Foreign objects, is that why I'm about to have to wear a hairnet when I walk in the field?
That's right, you can't, it's a safe zone once you pass this point.
I'm in the safe zone right now. Lucky y'all get to see me wear a hairnet later. But back to the spinach here, I see that these leaves looked pretty much untouched. They look perfect, just like they do in the field. There's really no damage in them.
They come directly off that machine. They go straight to the cooler. They're cooled, they're put on the line, they're packed. I mean, they're not handled multiple times. I mean, it's basically farm to the bag.
Farm to table. Does that mean I can eat this right now before I gotta muster up the strength to put on a hairnet?
That's right. Have a snack.
There we go. Brandon, thank you so much for showing us your spinach operation. I know that there's so much more that you grow, but I want to come back and show those at home what happens to that spinach after the harvest. Can we come back?
We certainly can.
All right, guys, we're going to come back for part 2 and show you exactly what happens to that spinach after the field. So you guys stay tuned, and where will I be in the meantime? Only God knows. Maybe I do too. We'll see you.